What's going on, YouTube? This is Ghetto Tech, also known as Ghetto Cowboy, talking about the Glock 26. This is my first Glock. I was anti-Glock for a long time, but I finally held one in my hands and I liked it. So I did a lot of research and decided to get the 9mm. And it makes a lot of sense for me as far as, if I want to shoot a lot, if I want to pay cheaper prices for ammo, and the 40 and the 357 and all that larger caliber stuff is just kind of a man thing, trying to prove themselves, how powerful a caliber is. And I think we all know that it doesn't really matter the size of the caliber as far as 9mm and above. Anyways, so I watched a lot of videos on YouTube about the Glock 26 and Glocks in general and reliability and things like that we all know. I'm not going to get into the specs, or I'm not going to make sure it's unloaded, because I already know that it is unloaded. That's a blank case in there, just so you can see that the case can be seen through there. So that's a safety feature that I didn't really notice too much because people didn't focus in on that on the videos. And the loaded chamber indicator, it's obvious that there's a round in there, so that helps out a lot. So the Glock, they are safer than what people give them credit for. The obvious safety on the trigger there, so, and the internal fire and pin block. But anyways, on this one, the sights are metal, and from what I've heard on other videos, they're all plastic and people change them out. I'm going to keep these. I kind of like the Glock sights, so I'm not going to do much on that. And before I even got the gun in my possession, when I went to pick it up or whatever from the FFL guy, I ordered parts that I thought I would want, such as the pinky extension, which I got in the wrong size, so it didn't work anyways, and the smooth trigger, which I thought this one was ugly and I didn't want it, and I thought it would I don't know, get lint or just look dirty in there with the way it's designed. But once I got it, I realized that that's not the case. It looks fine, and it's easy to clean. Also, the extended slide release, I bought that, and I'm not going to put that on either because this is fine. I didn't know that until I had a chance to mess with it. So all the stuff you hear about needing that because it's hard to activate, that's not true, because I don't know if they're all this way, but the slide is smaller than the frame, so you're actually using this at the top of the release, so that's not a problem either. So yeah, a lot of things that are not real on point with the what they're describing. And as far as grip, people say they could only get 2 fingers there and this one dangles off. My hands are medium size. I have long skinny fingers. I'm about 6'1", so my hands are relatively, I would say, medium on the large side. And as you can see, there's still room there. I can get the pinky on somewhat, but what I do is I just keep my fingers lined up that way, like as if it were a larger size gun, and then you do your thing here however you like it. So that was another thing that I found wasn't quite accurate with the description in the other videos. But I would say the Glocks are nice. People have said they're like the AK-47 of the handgun, and I would agree with that. This thing is built tough. I mean, it's strong, it's thick, it's basically a full-size gun as far as width and girth and how it feels in the hand. It's just chopped off here and here. I would say it's similar to the AK-47 pistol, which some people are saying is a novelty and things like that, but if you learn how to use it properly, it's still the same cartridge and it'll still do the same job as the full-size So I'm saying that's the same thing with this one. So yeah, this is, I'm sure it's not going to be my last Glock. I'm in California, so this is the Gen 3. I'm probably going to pick up another one at some point before the year is over, because who knows if the laws are going to change and they're not going to sell them in California anymore. So I'll probably get the Glock 19. Thought about getting the 45, you know, a 45 caliber. I think it's a 21. But then I was thinking again, you know, that's just because it's a man-sized caliber. I have the 45 already, and I do like the larger calibers, but I don't see a purpose of having that gun per se, you know, just for the sake of it being a 45. So the 19 I like because it's the same caliber as this, and magazine, I'll be able to use that 19 magazine in here, even though we could only have 10 rounds here in California again. But anyways, I'm rambling on. I'm sure I'm missing some things that I need to mention, but yeah, I would say before you make a decision on a gun or lean too far in one direction, go and to the gun dealer and put it in your hand, see what it feels like, because you know that might change your mind. I like the Ruger, the LC9, and you know, people compare this to that. I've seen videos, and they're completely different categories, I would say. This is well built and solid, and the Ruger is also, but that's about it. The Ruger is a much more slim, pretty gun. I don't have the striker fire version, again, because I'm in California and they don't allow it. But with the lines and the curves and things like that and the angles, the Ruger is just beautiful, you know, and it fits a different purpose. I think this is more of a fighting gun, like a self-defense kind of gun, you know, with the higher capacity and the magazine capabilities to use the higher mag counts, you know, in different states. And so I think this is more of a fighting gun. It just feels like a fighting gun. In the LC9, those type of guns, those pretty guns, I think they're more of a, you need it to save your life in that moment. I mean, it's similar to any other self-defense gun, but it's hard to explain the difference. It's not something that I would take into battle, and this is something that I would if I had to, you know, with the higher capacity magazine, if I could have that. But yeah, so that's about it. I know there's a lot of rambling. I don't like to ramble too much, but anyways, yeah, so in the hand it feels really nice. You know, I would say get it in your hand in a shop and, you know, mess with it, you know, rack the slide and all that, and you know, you might find that you like it or you might find that you hate it, but videos alone are not going to tell you that. And what else? There was something else I was missing, but yeah, I'll probably do more videos on this because this is, you know, a nice gun, and you know, I'm not a Glock guy per se now, but I do like this one and the 19, you know, the 23, that size gun. You know, I might even get another 26. But anyways, like this video if you want, questions if you want, comments, let me know. Thanks.